Hello and welcome to another video review brought to you by yours truly, Thorazine. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Transformers figure by the way of the Dollar General release of the Reveal the Shield Legends Class Starscream. Now when I first heard about this figure I wasn't exactly too excited, even though I am a secret collector. Mostly because I figured it was going to be a simple repackage of the Reveal the Shield Starscream, which I already had. Once I read the initial reports that the Dollar General release was going to have heat tampoed or painted Decepticon symbols, I decided to keep my eye out for one just in case they did show up in my area, because I figured the heat tampoed or painted Decepticon symbols would match my Thundercracker and Skywarp a little bit closer than the rub symbol did on the Reveal the Shield version. Now you'll notice between the two there are, other than the Decepticon symbols, a couple of differences here. The most noticeable one is that the entire head on the Dollar General version is cast in all black or either painted all black, whereas on the Hasbro version it remains gray on the back side and only black on the front, which helps his head be less visible in vehicle mode on the Reveal the Shield version. The other difference I did notice was that the red used on the wings, I don't know if the camera will pick it up here, is a shade or two lighter on the Dollar General version than on the Reveal the Shield version. Those are really the only differences I noticed in vehicle mode. Let's go ahead and get the Reveal the Shield version out of the way here and take a look at this one. From the top, as you can see in vehicle mode, it is the typical F-15 fighter that we've come to expect out of a classic style Starscream. From the underside you can see bits of robot kibble hanging off, as you probably noticed a little bit before. Not a whole lot to talk about in vehicle mode, so let's go ahead and take a look at the transformation. The transformation is rather simple, being as it is a Legends class figure. The first thing you want to do is untap the legs from the wing here. Do that on both sides, and then bring the legs down and fold the tail fins up. The next thing you want to do is fold the arms down, then fold the pieces of the fuselage forward so that they become the null rays on the arms. Then the arms fold out like so, and then fold down. You want to grab the cockpit here in the back, fold it up, turn the head around so it's oriented in the right way once you finish the transformation, and then fold the nose cone back. Finish putting the cockpit into the correct position, and there you have one fully transformed Reveal the Shield Starscream. Alright, now that we have Starscream fully transformed, let's go ahead and bring in the Reveal the Shield Starscream here so we can make a couple other comparisons. Like I said, in vehicle mode I did notice those few differences that did pique my interest enough to spend the $6 to pick the extra Starscream up just to compare the two. And quite frankly, I'm big enough of a nerd that I wanted to have both versions in my collection. It is a bit embarrassing, but it is what it is, folks. I did notice a couple of differences in robot mode on this figure too, compared to the compared to the Reveal the Shield version. The Reveal the Shield version being this one right here. The first thing you'll notice is that the null rays are slightly different. If you'll notice on the Reveal the Shield version, there is, see if we can make that visible there, a hole that goes through the hinge on the null rays on both arms. The Dollar General version does not have that. That is something that the Takara version of this mold does not also have. Also, once I noticed that the null rays were different, I decided to take a little closer look at the figure. Let's see if we can get this visible here on the camera. The copyright information is different from the Reveal the Shield version. I don't know if the camera can make that out here, but this is the Reveal the Shield version, and you can see the bottom line of the copyright information says 2010 Hasbro. Now if you'll take a closer look at the Dollar General version, the bottom line of the copyright information says Hasbro, excuse me, I have to get a look, says Hasbro 6A. a different copyright stamp, but it is identical to the copyright stamp that is on both Thundercracker as well as Skywarp. I don't know if you can make the black out there on the camera. You may just have to take my word for it. But both EZ Collection, Skywarp, and Thundercracker have identical copyright markings as the Dollar General version of Starscream. I don't want to jump to any conclusions here, but given the pictures that I've seen of the EZ Collection Starscream, the Dollar General version does seem to be pretty much identical to the Takara version versus the Hasbro version here, down to, like I mentioned, the copyright date, the heat tempo on the back, the color of the back of the head there, as well as the molding difference there in the null rays. Alright, now that we've got the comparisons out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at the articulation on this figure. It is a Legends class figure, so it's not super articulated, but there is some things that should be noted. The knees are ball jointed, which allow for about 90 degrees of backwards motion there at the leg, as well as 360 degree rotation on the knee. The hips are hinged, which allow for actually pretty close to 180 degrees of movement, but that's part of the transformation. Realistically, you're going to get about a little more than 90 degrees of articulation in robot mode in the hip. Nothing in the wrist, nothing in the elbow. The shoulder is ball jointed, which allows for 180 degrees of forward motion, as well as 90 degrees of lateral motion there on the arm. The head is also attached with a swivel point, which allows you to turn the head slightly from side to side, like so. That's about it for articulation on this figure. Final verdict, if you can find them for $6, it's definitely worth having. I know the Reveal the Shield version was incredibly hard to find here in the States anyway, and with them turning up at discount stores like the Dollar General, it's definitely a good buy. Given the additional information that it is more in line with the Takara version, this is an especially good deal. With that being said, thank you for watching. This has been another video review brought to you by yours truly, Thorazine. Tune in again when we'll be talking about some more toys.